Oh, what is this? We are back. It's been an eon. It's been an entire season, but Quack and Smite League is back. We're going to be casting a boatload of games this week and for the rest of the season. I'm Hunter, and with me back for a brand new season is Uchi.
How's it going, everybody?
Going pretty good, Uchi. Going pretty good. First cast coming your way. Going into picks and bans here. We got the Frost Pups going up against the Mighty Horns. So, Uchi, some bands you might want to see. Some basic early bands that almost every team wants to ban. What do you think those kind of are?
I always think the emoji and the guan right now, man.
Yeah, very true. Yamoja kind of busted, especially with the Fey Bless Hoops, that healing and shielding, nutty. We do see this Hades coming through too, right? You know, Hades also Bancrofts, that early sustain and pressure is just a real nuisance in the soul lane. You said Guan again, another healer. See, it's kind of weird, you know. The Smite wants to nerf healing in quotation marks, yet all the top meta right now are all these healing gods.
Yep.
What else do you think? What else do you think might get banned here besides maybe Guan and that emoji that we see?
As an ADC main, I keep seeing the Cupid ban. Is pretty impactful in team fights, especially late game. Beads burner, if nothing else.
Yeah, and speaking of a god with great ulting impacts, we have a Yu Huang ban, very safe, and on the other side, Thor. Thor with the change to his two has been seeing a lot of play now, right? The two doing that extra damage, Crusher can get procced an extra time on him now. You're just seeing a lot more play of him. I mean, kind of want your opinion. Do you think that just off of that small damage increase on the two, it kind of makes Thor really good, or do you think people are just kind of like, wait, this guy has always been good, and we've just not been playing him?
He's just always been good, and I think people really didn't take it seriously until they added that damage on myself.
Yeah, I do believe that too. That extra damage on the two just kind of was like, I guess now I'm forced to play Thor, right?
Yeah.
We do see Kepri getting banned, and then on the side of the Mighty Horns, they didn't want to see that top pick Dodgy coming through, so they banned it out. So some pretty standard bans there. Guan Yu, like you were saying though, is open. I mean, the Frostbuffs have to take Guan Yu here, right?
Let it be written.
Go with the
Defeated
Lance, it
by
looks
Knight
like.
Lancelot.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a questionable one. Lancelot, though, also very good. If you know how to play into him, he's very easily counterable, though. You see it a lot in the SBL Pro plays. You get that Ymir, you get stuns, you get easy CC onto him, and it's a very hard time for Lancelot to just kind of sit there and trade in the pocket.
It is a good flex pick that high up, though, in my opinion. However, they do come back with the Najah.
Naja also, got that buff like we were saying. It's weird. All the junglers that are getting played right now are all the junglers that keep getting buffs. Naja, I mean, this has to be a Guan Yu here, right? Like Naja, Guan, you have your jungler, have your soul in, you have your dive pressure already kind of filled out. I mean, that would just be a perfect comp. I mean, Naja too has the sash, which I think counts as a stun, so that will get Lancelot off the horse. But instead, it looks like they are
I
hovering
will
a
leave
support in the
standing
form
no
of Ganesh,
barrier
and they
to
do
our
end up locking
success.
in that Ganesha.
I'm looking to see what the Frost Pups come back with the Guan, have a full calorie charge.
Oh yeah, I mean, double horse. Why not? Two,
Double
two for the
horse.
price of one. I'm down for it.
Maybe grab Hachi top three. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe
Yeah,
grab Hachi top three.
yeah. Get a little Hachi in there. Get the triple. I mean, who else has a horse that we can? I mean, Wheelix has a tiger, but we can believe it's a horse too.
That's true. It was sad when the Night Skin had the lion instead of the horse.
That is, yeah. And then just go with a nice Scotty at ADC. Just have the full pet team.
Yep. Looks
But
like
we
we're
do.
going to see that Guan and Cupid though.
Oh yeah, that's looking pretty nasty. Though Cabrakan opens here on the other side. Guan Yu Cupid, that healing is going to be insane on the side of the Frost Pups. If they play their team fights right? They can easily engage, look for some poke, look for some good picks, and a back up and sustain, right? Right now, I'm favoring the Frost Pups very heavily. Ishtar getting locked in on the side of the Mighty Horns. Cabrakan did not get picked and was not banned. I think that's very surprising. Are you surprised that Cabrakan didn't get picked up in this first phase?
Yeah, personally, I find Bracken pretty good into Cupid, especially during the laning phase, giving you that extra early clear for your carry.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Cabrakan amazing in the Cupid. Pop that one, you're slow immune. You can just kind of run at the Cupid even through his ultimate. And then again, you can flex that in the soul lane too. They do already have that Ganesha, so you'd probably more than likely see the Kabrakan shifted over into that soul lane. But interesting. Let's see kind of what's gonna go on in the second phase here as we see the Frost Pups. Again, look, banning away another pick that got a nice buff. The Vulcan getting banned out. They don't really want a lot of magical damage burst coming off of that Naja ult, which is kind of smart though. Lancelot, Guan, and Cupid kind of farm Vulcan, but maybe they're just not comfortable in it. On the other side, we do see that Kabrakan ban that I was talking about. Interesting. And then we do see a Xing Tian ban too coming through. Xing Tian, pretty good god in the Ganesha, has that knockup, has that all potential. Will kind of force Ganesha to go bead, so that allows Ganesha to kind of flex that starting relic that they want to go.
Also locking in the coup on the way back here. That's a very get in there type of god. It looks like to me it looks like the Horns are trying to get in a team they can get the engage off before the heels can get off on the Frost Pups.
Yeah, I mean, and Cullen has a lot of early game pressure, right? Guan Yu lacking a little bit in the early game pressure. That's why you see a lot of them going axe straight into breastplate. They want to be able to spam their abilities. They want the mana sustain, right? But until that happens, he's very easy to gank, right? Very easy to kind of punish early before he hits level 5. And so with this Cullen, they're gonna be able to pressure and really put their foot on the gas on that solo side of the map. But we seeing an Anubis being hovered. There's no way they're going Anubis. This is a troll. I'm not going to believe it. Disco locked into. There it is. There's a shift over. Ymir Disco. So remember, I said Ymir amazing in the Lancelot. And so, the Frost Pups was like, hey, if it's amazing in the Lancelot, it has to be amazing with Lancelot too. So they decided to pick that up and then rounding off their draft with the Disco in the mid. What do you want to see as this last pick for the Mighty Horns here in the mid lane?
That was not a bad pick that they're hovering now. I think they just need something that can get away. Why they got the coup and the Najah? I just think the Frost Pups have the better initiate here. I think they're gonna have to retreat more than they're gonna be able to engage.
Yeah, Baba Yaga really a good guy, a good mage on the back foot. That ult, that house coming out, very hard to kill the house with the shield. It's gonna be difficult for them. They don't really have a lot of shred on their side of the team. I mean, Guan Yu does have the prot shreds and the axe, and then Lancelot does an insane amount of damage. But really, when Baba Yaga ults, the best thing to do is have an auto attacker on the team, right? Auto attackers shred through Baba Yaga like butter with a knife. But they decide they want to go for more of this high CC, high pressure team comp, and this Baba pick might actually be pretty good on the back end.
Yeah, I do agree.
All right, now the real question. Real question on everyone's mind. Who are you picking? Who do you think has the better team comp? Why? And who do you think is going to win this first game between the Frost Pups and the Mighty Horns?
Comp wise, I gotta give it to the Frost Pups. I just think the amount of CC they have, along with the way they can all just W key if they have the Guan Lanceold, I feel. And I think the only way the Horns pull this off is if they just get that counter initiate once everything's down, and then they just go in off their own. I'm gonna have to give it to the Frost Pups though.
Yeah, giving it to the wayside of the Frost Pups. All right, so now let's give a little bit of love to the Mighty Horns. How do you think they're going to be able to turn this one around and really win this game? Like what do they need to do in these team fights? As you said, right? Frost Pups a little bit more of the aggressive team. Do the Mighty Horns need to kind of play passive and kind of play counter engage, or do you think maybe with like a Blink Cullen ult into a Naja Sash ult and then into this Baba Yaga ult that they can actually maybe be the front runners and kind of press the lead onto them?
I think they'll get some pressure off of that, but I think they're just gonna have to wait for the Frost Pups to get out of position, try to get some picks off that way until they're able to just full commit in those late game team fights onto more people.
Yeah, I do believe that the Frost Pups are gonna have insane burst here, and I feel like it's gonna be very hard for the Mighty Horns to kind of compete in an ult to ult battle. I mean, if you look at these ults, Lancelot ult, cripples does a decent amount of damage. Guan Yu ult, that can only do like about 1,200 damage if you get hit by every single swing of it, and then it stuns. Cupid ult, cripple stun. Ymir, his ult not as impactful, but big freezes, big walls to block off people with no jump, such as Naja. Then you have Disco, stun, a stun, and then also into an ult that cripples. So you just have so many cripples you have so many cripples and so much disruption that's gonna be a lot more difficult. But here we are going into game number 1 of the new season of the Quack and Smite League. So Uchi, how excited are you, man? A new season. Last season had its ups and downs, but I'm ready. I think this season more people are going to be very interested. They're going to be playing their games. We're getting a lot of casting done, so I think this is going to be a very interesting and fun season.
I do agree. I think with this season, Hunter, everybody's coming in, got a lot going this season, I feel, and I think we're all just here to do well and have a fun game this season.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm ready for it. I mean, we as you see, we are seeing a little bit of discrepancy in builds here, right? You see the Death Toll coming out of the Hunter, you see the Leather Cows coming out of the other Hunter, and then in the support, Benevolence for one, and then you have Sentinels for the other, and then same thing. Their first items, one's going what looks like Manticore spikes, while the other one is looking to rush either Thieves or what's the other item called? I'm drawing a little bit blanks. Yeah, Mail Renewal, but I mean. What do you kind of like in the duo lane? Do you like the supports with these benevolences for that extra healing, or do you like the sentinels for the aura? And then same thing for these hunters. Which starter item are you leaning towards?
Personally, late game I prefer the benevolence. You can turn that into compassion, but early game I do think the sentinels provides a bit more padding in the game. However, as far as the ADCs go, I am known as a Death Soul fanboy over Leather Scowl. However, I think the Cupid is still gonna get out cleared, even with the Ymir, just because of how Ishtar's wave clear can be.
Oh yeah, Ishtar's wave clear is probably among some of the best, but I mean, hold that real quick. Lancelot coming around with a big gank. They do not see him. Ishtar by himself on an island, but I mean, they're setting their sights on this Ganesha. Ganesha dashes down. He should die here. This should be first blood. Sprint coming out, knock up, but I think this is it. Heart Bomb would have finished it, but Cusco said thanks for first blood. Down goes Hercules.
And Cusco just hops back on the horse and hits straight back to mid.
Oh yeah, just gets across the map in like 5 seconds, right? Very, very fun. Very fun mechanic. I mean, but I mean that's kind of what Lancelot does, man. Even at level 2, level 3, this does an insane amount of damage. As we're actually seeing Ionicus take a lot of poke here. But that guy was saying, right? That's that pressure that you're talking about. Guan Yu having a very tough time early on, and this Cucullin is gonna be able to pressure him underneath his tower, poke him out quite a lot, and they are setting their sights onto this blue buff invade.
Looks like they're gonna get it too. Ionicus can't really contest, and Cusco's heading back left again with no man.
Yeah, Cusco is invading what looked to be like the red buff I think he took there, and then also, he's taking that purple buff. So I mean, yeah, your soul laner lost his blue, but I mean, your jungler just stole 2 of their buffs. So I mean, a net L in terms of your solo lane, but a W for your mid laner and your duo lane.
Yes, I do agree. Gets that pressure off that Baba. I'm not too familiar with mid lane myself, but I do believe Baba should typically outplayer Disco, right?
I mean, Baba Yaga can stack those 2s and kind of spam them. So, I mean, Disco's clear early, not really the best. I mean, Disco, I feel like, is more of a mid-game character. The reason why she's so good early is just that passive allows for someone to just get so much extra damage off, mainly your soul laner. So, this Guan Yu, once he starts getting these items online, he's going to be hitting even harder because of this Disco passive.
Looks
I mean,
like,
yeah, go ahead.
The Baba recalled. The gold difference is up, but it looked like she picked up another item or another T2. Yep, got the T2 of the Warlock.
Yeah, going for tier 2 warlocks there. I mean, I personally would like to see the Baba double stack, right? I'm a big Baba double stacker. Go book a Thoth in this. Soul lane, Night Chris caught in a terrible spot behind enemy lines, but in comes the save from the Naja, and Lancelot has no mana. A big old, he dry yeeted it, and that's gonna be death to fall. Naja cleanup crew.
And I do believe that is actually Azure, so Azure getting the double kill there, getting him up ahead.
Oh, I thought for sure he was gonna die, right? And then next thing you know, the cleanup crew Naja comes in and just boom. So all that lead that Lancelot got means nothing now. Level down, Naja level 5, Lancelot still only level 4.
It does look like the scepter will go in favor of the Frost Pups, though.
Yeah, I mean that's a surprise, right? You were talking about this pressure. Ishtar is gonna kind of dominate, bring this big pressure, but I mean, look at them. They're losing. They're losing this pressure pretty badly. And honestly, this might be a kill here. Cupid all coming out, beads and sprint. That's tough, man. You only really want to use one of those, not both. But I mean, hey, they're at least both alive, so you can't complain too much.
Indeed. I'm really surprised there. It looks like the Cupid has gotten up on the Ishtar still being level 4 as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very surprised. I guess just that early pick going away of them it allowed him to get that extra little farm with the assist onto the Ganesha. Maybe that's kind of what it is.
That's it.
Oh my goodness,
It's
look
like
at
I
Cullen
honestly
being that
cannot.
bully.
Oh yeah.
So
Do see him skipping, going for the straight breastplate, and also picking up that the T1 earring for that mana
yeah,
sustain.
yeah, so yeah, Guan Yu having a very tough time with that early mana sustain. Very mana hungry, very mana dependent. So that just gives you that MP5 that you want. And honestly, when you sell it, it's only 150 gold net loss. So kind of a big dub, at least early on too.
I
But
think
as you see on
to
the
the
other side
faces.
though, as you see on the other side, Cucullin went Brawler's Beat Stick first. Tell me this tech. Do you know some tech I don't know, Uchi, about Brawler's Beat Stick first item?
I personally probably would have went Contagion myself, not be as susceptible to the Cusco ganks, but I mean,
Yeah. I
you
mean,
got the anti-heal in your one on Ku is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you should just be pretty chill off that.
yeah, that or why not just go Tainted Steel, right? You need
Yeah.
some anti-heal, just go Tainted Steel. Tainted Steel is a very bloated starter item right now. Gives you insane prots of both, gives you good power, and when you upgrade it to Tainted Breastplate, it's one of the best items in the game. As we do see a big gank coming. Naja might have stepped a little bit out of place, but a good sash saves him. Dodges both the ults and then ults away. He's going to live there. No way he's going to die. But I don't think Cucullin gets the memo. He's being a little too aggressive, but jumps over the wall, and he is safe. That Naja, I don't know if he meant to do it, but that was an amazing play from him.
Cusco looks like he's going to get the back camps, checking the speed. Azure trying to play it safe. Oh,
Uh-oh.
team's here.
All beads coming out of Cusco. Beads are down. He got knocked up. He's not on the horse. Baba Yaga ult coming out in the cleanup. He almost cleaned up the Naja, but no cigar and disco ult coming in, but it does not hit the mark onto the jungler. That was a little overzealous there, I think, from Cusco.
I do agree. Maybe just grab the camps and try and get out rather than continuing pressure for the kill there.
Yeah, he was looking a little bit. He was looking a little too much for the kill there. Oh, that was a close one. If they caught that dash, I think that Ganesha might have been dead there, but safely gets out and backs. I mean, this game it's surprisingly turned. We were talking about this blue team is just gonna run at this red team, but they've been running at them, and look what's happening. K Gold lead going for the way of the Mighty Horns. You think they're playing a little too aggressive? They need to kind of rear it back and be like, all right, guys, let's actually have some more coordinated fights. Or do you think this pressure will only continue to get worse for them as Bracking solos Fugel in the duo lane? As I was talking about that.
Oh, I do think with the Mighty Horns now, they're in this position of power where they can turn this to where they can use their initiation over the Frost Pups, in my opinion. The Frost
Big
Pump,
ult from Naja coming out, but a great Ymir wall saves the day there. They tried to invade, tried to be aggressive again. Bracking coming out on the rotation. Dash in, but not on the mark. No root, but they sash the Ymir. Very immobile. God, please someone hit an auto. And they do, finally. The kill gets picked up. Baba Yaga setting his sight on the disco and cleans up the kill onto the disco. That's 3 for the cost of 0 going the way of the Mighty Horns.
pretty big engagement there by the Mighty Horns. Able to completely turn that.
I mean, yeah, absolutely insane, right? Like, what's going on here, guys? Like, all right, like, I get it. You want to be aggressive, you want to be aggro, you want to run at him. I mean, but yo, this Naja's doing some things now. A level up, 4-0-2. Like, I don't know about you, but Naja already hits hard enough. But now imagine a Naja with a massive lead. This character is going to start slapping when it gets into this middle game.
Indeed, and he just picked up brawlers as well. So now it looks like we got 2 over there. Still no divine from the Baba yet, though.
Yeah, Baba Yaga is gonna need to get divine. I like this though. He's doing the
I do
double
like
stacking,
the
like
double
I said.
The
After
flat- the flat
after
pin
he
is
gets this
awesome.
online, he does need that anti heal though, because this Guan Yu and this Cupid are gonna heal like madmen into the late game. Oh, look at Ionicus, though. Ionicus getting tower dove. Oh, that's a big ult and a stun wall. He could have maybe have followed up the kill. Look, I'm pretty sure if he just sat there and hit one ability on him, he might have killed him. But now he's gonna fall to a stun. Oh, Ionicus, that is rough, buddy. That is rough. Ionicus, 3 levels down now in the solo lane.
He does finish the breastplate, it looked like, before he got back there, but just not enough cooldown to be able to get out of that situation.
I mean, I guess this is, oh my goodness, as we see the mid laner dashing onto the jungler, or ults getting traded out by both. And this is kind of what I'm saying. Look how difficult it is just for him to get onto this Baba. He loses half of his HP and is forced to beads and still couldn't even close the distance. Monday Night Chris now with a big rotation out of the solo lane, killing Koo's code as he was trying to run away.
Not nothing to be made off of Azure Slash there, but it did keep the Ymir out of that, coming over there to try to save Cusco.
So, I mean, look, it's a 4K gold deficit, massive level difference right now. What do you think the Frost Pups can kind of do to hone this in and be like, all right, guys, this is what we're gonna have to do to get back into this game, and here's the game plan. And like, what do you truly believe is the way that they're gonna get back into it?
I think the main thing they need to try to do right now is either shut down Chris or Azure, being the Najah. I think they need to try and make something stop over there. It looks like Cupid's trying his best to keep up. The Ymir's not down too much, but mid, solo, and jungle. Although it looks like Cusco's starting to catch up and level.
You were talking about trying to shut someone down. Ymir set his sights onto Bracking to try and shut him down. But, hey, that's the power of the wards. Instantly, Bracking saw the support and just ran away. So, you know, this is the tough thing, right? Ionicus, I said, you know, if this game gets late, this Guan Yu is going to be a nuisance. It's going to be a problem. But when you're 4 levels down, I don't know if late game is going to be in that menu. Though he is getting a lot more tankier here coming up. As we see again, this Kukulkan just tower diving him, taking tower shots, and still is out trading him in terms of damage. Ult's getting traded out. Ionicus just doing his best to try to stay alive. Maybe gank should be coming this way. We do see Ymir on the rotation over, but I don't believe that's enough. But, oh my, Monday Night Chris, I don't know. He might be showing a little bit too much now.
Now, keep in mind, though, Ionicus did use his ult, so as long as Chris gets away, he should be safe.
But Chris frozen by the Ymir. Big ult coming through. This will be enough. Kid Slim cleaning it up. A big revenge kill there. That's got to be at least a K gold for that Ymir.
Yes, and that's what I was talking about there, Hunter. I think we need to focus more on this right side of the map. Try to get control back over here. I mean, we've seen Azure just take the blues. We've seen him on the back camps. The one time Cusco tried to get back there, he paid for it.
He's talking about getting paid for. Cusco forced to beads just to survive, and then the Ymir eating the Najah ult there. Gonna fall back down very low. Another sash coming through with a cleanup. The CC onto this Ymir is just terrible. He can't play the game. He's literally just getting ult on cooldown. As we see the cavalry charge coming through onto this Najah. Big stun coming through. Lance tries to get in to clean up. A Baba Yaga finishes, and then oh my god, just to finish it off, Najah said, I'm still gonna get out and live.
That is pretty unfortunate. You lose your jungle there, and the pick you really needed gets out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough. They keep fighting, and they got the pick and soul lane, but it's like, all right, now back up, guys. Like, just take the W. Instead, they pressed a little too much, and you know, it paid the price. Now, Bracking kind of just running at this Cupid right now. I mean, he doesn't really have much to worry about. He has his beads. He has his ultimate, so he doesn't really have to worry about that Cupid ult really being too much impactful, though they are both the same level. And, you know, Disco maybe looking to gank, but 2 levels down. You just want to see this Disco farm. Only 53 stacks of the Warlock, 53 stacks for that Warlock, whereas this Baba Yaga already finished Warlocks and actually is about to finish the Book of Thoth stacks too. How does someone finish 2 stacking items before the other one finishes 1?
Baba passive OP.
Yeah, Baba passive, I guess, is OP, and they set their sights onto the Pyromancer, the Mighty Horns. Cusco trying to come again, forced out beads again. This is not going good. Sash coming in, cleaning up Cusco. Cusco is losing his beads on cooldown, and to top it off, the Frost Pups lost the Pyromancer.
Well, that is that's pretty upsetting because it looks like we're going to see Azure try to take these back camps again. Cusco is just losing these every time they spawn right now.
Yeah, I don't know who to praise more. I don't know who to praise more here. Do you praise the jungler? Do you praise the solo laner? Both of them are popping off right now. I mean, the one plus side for the Frost Pups is their ADC is just, steadily farming, getting to that late game. Again, like we said, these late game team ults will come in for the Frost Pups, and then it'll be a matter of can the Mighty Horns deal with them? And I mean, right now they're dealing with everything that the Frost Pups are throwing at them.
Yes, yeah. Looks like we're gonna grab that Scorp too, and it looks like they'll make a play for nope. I thought they were gonna go for their Scorp again too, and that'd been huge because they really need to start trying to get some farm over here on the right side.
So you see Bracken dashing in and ulting, trading out ults with the Cupid, but Ymir's on the rotation. Beads coming out too. That's a tough one. Ymir body blocking and stealing the kill from Cupid. Oh, poor Cupid. He really wanted that one, but no. Down goes Bracken. Ganesh, hovering over here on the left side, but I don't think there's going to be anything out of that. Oh, no, Kuzco forced to ult away. Every single time Kuzco shows up to anything, he's either beezing or ulting instantly. It's just a tough time for this Lancelot.
Okay, still down 3 levels with Chris making the rotation over here. He may lose tower off this too, but they really need to try to secure this gold for you to get back in this gold fight.
I honestly believe that. Oh, that is big damage out of that disco, though. Massive damage on the Hercules MVP. Guan Yu Calvary charging in, but look how much damage he took just from the Ganesh ult. Monday Night Chris diving onto the disco. No real follow-up of him. Baba Yaga ult kind of just getting wasted there. Not a whole lot of damage. A little bit on the Kid Slim. A big freeze out of Kid Slim. And the ult coming through. Massive out of Kid Slim. Disco ult a little bit off the mark. And here comes Kuzco on the back end. Knock up a little bit off the pace. Dash coming through. Big damage. Cusco tries to hop on the horse, but does not prevail. Ionic is falling as he attempts to dive, and then Fulligan picking up Monday Night Chris. Najal ult coming through. Gonna probably kill the Cupid. Aegis! No, it's gonna bounce! Oh,
the ring
bounce. Oh my goodness. And then now Cusco, just when you thought the Frost Pups saw some light, in comes the Mighty Horns to win that exchange in a 3v2.
And we may have lost Chris there, but we still got we got Bracken back up, so it looks like we'll make a gold play here.
Yeah, this Gold Fury's gone. Like, yeah, unless a miracle happens and the Gold Fury floats away, there's no way they're not getting that one. I mean,
that just resolves.
even though they killed Monday Night Chris, Guan Yu is still 4 levels down, right? At what point is Ionicus has kind of got to be like, all right, guys, like, we're not gonna fight for like the next 10 minutes. I need farm. Level 12 at 17 minutes, that's tough. But he's the same level as the Ganesh.
Yeah, the Ganesh is keeping up with Ionicus. I mean, the Ymir is over here. It's really surprising to see from the Sports 2 Hunter. It seems like the Ganesh is sticking with them while the Ymir is trying to rotate to make the plays, and the Ganesh is still keeping up in the farm.
Yeah, I mean, this Ganesh, he's doing what he wants. He's doing what he needs to do, right? He's making Kuzco's life a living hell, right? Kuzco can't use any abilities when that silence comes through, and then Naja sashes him instantly, right? That's kind of the combo that's happening here. Naja sash straight from the silence out of the Ganesh, right? Making it very difficult. As you're talking about sashes, my goodness, he's dead. He's dead and he's gone. What was that damage?
Well, Xur is just. He is off here. He's got a double flat pin. He's got his percent pin now. Looks like he's going into a Heartseeker next.
I don't even think he needs that percent pen. Like, that's just crazy. The amount of damage that just came off of that sash. I mean, he had to have crit. Oh, he doesn't even have crit. But what was that damage? That's just pure flat pen damage. It's insane.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at this. Getting greedy. Sashed the tower, it looked like. Didn't even look like he sashed Ionicus there. Like, I thought he was going to ult him. I thought he was going to charge out the ult there. Monday Night Chris might have been able to rotate in and kill him, but nope. Instead, they take the tower. And then, look, now they're pushing this Treb down mid. This is looking very grim for the Frost Pups as the loop around. Look at this loop around from Monday Night Chris. If they're not too careful, this Ymir might be next pickings. A big blink and ult in. In comes the ult. And oh my, that is coordinated. You can tell that the Mighty Horns have been scrimming and playing together these past couple days because that was a nice coordinated dive out of that team right there.
Now, when you look up team fight right there, that rotation is a definition picture play in my opinion. The way he just snuck behind and everybody was there, looks like they're getting an objective off this, possibly going fire maybe.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, just pull fire, right? What's gonna happen? They show up, you just kill them again, right? I mean, it's a 10K gold lead in 19 minutes. That's a big gold lead. Oh,
Really?
as we see the patented Amma's trolling where they get knocked up by a fire giant, even though the attack pattern has been the same for the last 5 seasons. But it is what it is.
I still get knocked up by that sometimes. I get the hate for it.
Guys, it's very easy. It's 2 autos, knock up. You just move. You just move before the knock up, right? It's not too difficult. But, you know, Fire Giant going the way of the Mighty Horns. Now look at this. Cusco kind of just saying, all right, guys, we're giving that Fire Giant up. I'm going to try and split. I need farm. I am down. I mean, surprising, right? This Naja's 9-0-6. 9-0-6. And Cusco's only down 1 level. We're not going to look at the gold discrepancy because that's probably like 2 or 3K. But level-wise, he's not down that bad.
And see, that's really surprising me, Hunter, because we've been talking about how Azure still hasn't died. He's just been taking all the right side for him too. So Cusco keeping up, being the 2nd highest level on his team, it's pretty surprising.
Well, this is kind of what I was talking about in the picks and bans, right? If you're gonna go Lancelot first, right? There's a lot of things that counter him, right? A lot of things. Again, like I was saying, stuns, things of that nature. Naja, it's got that sash. That sash will stun him, get him off of the horse, right? Even Ganesh. Ganesh silences. He can be on the horse all he wants. He can't use any abilities on the horse. So, you know, just a lot of negation coming out of the way of Cusco. And he's got this bubble. But again, what is the bubble going to do into a Ganesh? He's just going to silence you, and you're going to lose the bubble instantly. Or even worse, Naja just sashes you, and then you lose the bubble instantly. Like even with this bubble, it's going to be a very tough time for him to be able to keep it and stay alive.
I do agree with you there. I think I underestimated the amount of CC that the Mighty Horns may have just had as they take this left 2 over here.
Yeah, I mean, they have good engage, right? This Kakulin can blink in. They have this Naja sash as they are looking at this left Phoenix. Maybe a little overzealous as we see big ults coming out. That looks like the support is going to die. Kid Slim picking up Hercules. But look at this Baba Yaga just free casting while he's standing in the Phoenix line. Monday Night Chris is unkillable. Big 2 out of the disco and 1. But look at this. Cusco got free reign on the back line. No Ganesh there to stop him as he picks up the kill. And now Kid Slim again is cleans up the solo laner. There it is. That's the fight we wanted to see out of the Frost Pups. They're making this a game again.
They are, but it does look like Bracking and Rodrigo are going to be able to get away. Your 2 backliners still with fire.
Yeah, I mean, they still do have fire, but I mean, it's going to wear off soon. By the time the rest of the team spawns and really gets back anywhere, that fire giant's going to be gone. It's going to be off for them. But I mean, look, Gold Fury spawning, right? Here's just another source of income for the team, so they can, you know, slowly make this lead not matter. Once you get to this 35 minute mark, gold really isn't an issue, though. Mighty Horns looking to steal this. They are money hungry. Ionic is taking a lot of poke. Level 17 is tough for him when the mid and ADC are a level above him.
And still surprising me that this Ganesh is still keeping up in experience somehow and level.
I mean, like, look. When your entire team's ahead, man, like you just get so much free farm. Like he's getting all the objectives, all these towers. That adds up, man. That's XP. That's gold. I mean, Ymir might wanna, look to kind of let his teammates farm, just kind of sacrifice himself. That's one thing that good supports will do, right? They'll be like, all right, my team is down. I'll take the bait. As there you go. As you see, there's that bubble just instantly gone on Cusco from a sash by Naja. But you know, a support the same level as your mid, that's got to be tough for your mid laner. This mid laner, while he is actually still doing some decent damage, he's only got 10% pen at 22 minutes, right? Only 10% pen. If this Kakulin builds any form of magical defense, this disco will do nothing to him.
I do agree, and curious to see here if we're going to see. With the changes with Silver Branch being more expensive, I'm wondering here if Bracking's still going to pick up the silver. Discharge 1-3 may add a little bit, but I think the Dom may be a spicier play here.
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of dominance. I feel like dominance is very good on certain hunters. Like, you know, you got the Chernobyls that can go good with dominance. I've been seeing a mix, right? As you see here, Cupid does pick up that Silver Branch. Makes a little bit more sense for Cupid. I mean, he's already got those abilities kind of set up. He just wants to sling autos at a very fast rate and shred people. So I do like to seeing the Silver Branch out of him. But, you know, maybe we'll see the dominance out of the Ishtar. I'm not real too sure. But, oh, no, Kid Slim is in a terrible spot. They're looking at him. CC coming through. There's no way he's surviving this one. He's going to fall. He's going to die. Kakulin ulting, but he didn't even need to do that. Kid Slim trying his best to stay alive, but he falls, and Fire Giant is spawning within the next minute. That has to be a Fire Giant going to go to the way of the Mighty Horns.
This will be the second one in just 24 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, Cusco's doing the right thing, right? He is splitting. I mean, a little unfortunate that they got picked out there, right? I mean, same thing, right? They just need to keep the lane, like I've been saying. They're I mean, 9K gold lead. They're still 9K down. I mean, it's a lot better than where they were when it was like 11, 12K. But I mean, they got to do something. They take this tier 2 on the left. They took Gold Fury earlier, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they got the Gold Fury. But now they need to make another great defense like they did. Kind of wait for them to bait in. If there's one thing that the Mighty Horns did very poorly in that last engagement was diving. They didn't wait for a minion wave. They instantly dove in, and they were very separated. The back line couldn't get in with the front line. Front line a little overextended. So we saw the Frost Pups kind of get a W on that Phoenix Siege.
Yeah. It does look like Cusco's staying a bit longer than I would have liked, but it looks like he'll still make it out.
Yeah, he still has the horse. He can just run away at lightning speed. 35% movement speed. Though he's got that bubble, but then I don't know. He's got to go percent pen, right? So he goes Titan's Bane there, but that build, it just feels like he doesn't have a lot of power right now, right? He's not like. I just don't. With the Transcendence, maybe a little bit more power, but I'm waiting for that Heartseeker, right? I want him to get that Heartseeker online. He can't even go Heartseeker and I can't think of the name of the other item. Heartseeker and what's the item that does damage after an ability with your auto, Mr. Uchiha? Hydras. There we go. I was drawing blanks there. He's got to pick now. Does he want Heartseeker or does he want Hydras? Right? Hydras very good on Lancelot.
With his current build, if he does go the Hydras, he'll have max pen and max cooldown. Personally, I think the Hydras goes cooler here, but he does need something to be able to get through this Cucullin.
Yeah, I mean, Cucullin blinking, ulting in, didn't really realize that the bubble is there on the side of Cusco. So losing this bubble for a blink ult, that's a dub. Because, I mean, look, his bubble's coming back up in 50 seconds. I'll take that all day. A blink and an ultimate just for my bubble. We do see the bubble getting popped on the Ganesh, though. So here we go. Is this siege going to go better? I mean, they're sitting on that line. At least this time they are waiting for minions, but... only time will tell when this minion wave crashes. I really want, but no, they're deciding to go in before. Great Ymir wall to kind of zone him out. Ionicus ulting in, Cusco ulting in, but they might be a little bit overextended. But here comes in a big dash from the Cupid, but it's not enough. The Baba Yaga, like I said, on the back end, ulting and cleaning up. Cusco's gonna fall now, and that is your ball game. There's no way Kid Slim in a 1v5. Heck, he's not even alive. He's dead right here. There's no way in a 0v5 is this Titan gonna win.
And they got a wave coming up, still on fire. I think this is GG's.
Oh yeah, it's all but over. There's no way. Like if they don't end, they're just trolling. But I mean, the Frost Pups, man, they had great old engagements there. But like I said, I think they extended a little too far. You get the Baba Yaga was able to ult and then just decimate the HP pools. What they needed to do, stagger those ultimates, right? Maybe Cusco ults first, forces them back out, right? And then when they try to go in again, now Guan Yu ults, right? Really just try to play the ult baiting game, try to get some beads out so that maybe this Cupid ult's going to be way more impactful. But instead, they decided to just go in on the back line, try to completely kit dump them, and it failed. Game 1 going the way of the Mighty Horns. So, Uchi, who's your game one? Who's your game one MVP here?
I have to give it to Azure, man. He was just killing everything, taking all the farm, man. He was everywhere, just putting work in. I would like to give an honorable mention, though. Even though Cusco was getting slashed a lot, he was able to secure the Treb a couple times. He was there to try to contest stuff, at least. He was trying to put some work in for it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was very tough for the Lancelot. That's what happens when you first pick a Lancelot. You're going to get a lot of things that are going to get picked and counter you. Not a lot of things that are fun for you that you want to play into. I mean, and then again, like I said, Baba Yaga, 5-0-13. Who on the other team is really going to be able to kill him, right? His ultimate shield pops. You're going to have this Ganesh that probably has shell, I'm pretty sure. So just so much shielding going to this Baba Yaga. It's very difficult to kill. And, as you kind of saw, no way to kill Baba Yaga. This Naja easily being able to counter the Lancelot. And we just saw a dominant performance going the way of the red team.
I also do think the Frost Pups need to get a little bit more wardage. It looks like they not only just got outwarned, but it just looked like the Mighty Horns had just full control of the map, not just from controlling it, but able to just see everything that was happening.
Oh yeah, they kind of just got dominated from start to finish, right? They got out team fought, they got out individually fought, they got out warded, they got out objective, they're like really the only plus side that you could kind of give to this Frostpup teams is they had some good defenses. They had some good Phoenix defenses, right? The one on the left side was amazing, perfect, right? Then they might have pressed up a little bit too much afterwards, got picked, lost the game, right? Just these small, simple mistakes that if the Frostpups kind of hone those small mistakes in, they'll easily be able to maybe turn this around and make this a 3-game set. But that's game number 1. We're going to take a very short break, and then we'll come right back with you for game number 2.
And I've been chilling, watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chilling, kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Cause you got me holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a lone, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on a full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Cause you got me holding. Play me like a bass guitar. Simmer down and mess me up. Tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Drive me around in your red Ford. Shivers down my spinal cord. Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding,
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. 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 I can help you out.
He up with his slow motion crew, and we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a low, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on a full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding.
And we are back, Quack and Smite League fans and players that are watching this game. Game number one, a dominant performance for the Mighty Horns. It says 0-0 up there on the scoreboard. I lied. Now it says 1-0. Just as I was saying it, it got switched over. Production on top of their game. So, Uchi, I mean, all right. So we saw some normal bans in game one, but there's got to be some target bans from the Frost Pups coming into this game, right?
Well, no, just about everything we saw bans of last time is it's pretty meta stuff. So we'll see if there's any targets or if we're just gonna try to switch up the game plan here.
Now, would you target ban, or would you just continue to be like, all right, I'm just banning the meta stuff? Like, that was just a fluke game. Like, my team's better. We're going to perform better in game number two.
To be honest with you, I think what I was gonna say, the Baba ban over the Yu Hong ban I think's better. Yeah, the Yu Hong's a bit safer, but he takes a bit longer to get online, I feel, than the Baba. The Baba can kind of just free stack and just kind of pop off like we saw last game.
That Baba did pop off, very hard to kill, didn't die the entire game. That's something you don't hear a lot of out of these mid laners. Cabrakan getting banned in the top two, top three. We did not see that. It was a Kepri ban last time. Frost Pups, you got to go Kepri here. Guan Yu's also open. There's so much open. But they decided to go with the Yu Hong. I mean, look, now the Mighty Horns can go Guan and Kepri here. Like, I feel like every single game there's so much OP stuff open in this meta right now.
Yep, it looks like we're going to possibly run back to Ninja. Yeah, we are.
I mean, that Naja was a menace last game. That was one of those ones where maybe you ban that instead of Baba Yaga. Like I said, heavy auto attackers are really good in the Baba. Can shred them very easily. Like, you know, they didn't really have that. They had a Cupid, they had a Guan, and they had a Lancelot. None of them auto attacks. So it was very difficult for that Baba Yaga to get killed last game. And here's that Kepri coming through. It's very interesting to me to see in these Ambas games what people kind of prio, because you know in like the higher end tier games you always see Guan Yu. Guan Yu's open insta lock first, but Guan Yu has survived 3 picks right now. Do you think the Frost Pups are going to go back to the Guan? I mean, they just went back to the Lancelot, and the Lancelot probably did way worse than the Guan. So I mean, are they going to go back to this Guan Yu? You think here or no?
I do think. I think Cusco and Ymir last game were probably the 2 biggest impact factors, but I don't know about running the Lance back into the Najah. It's like you had mentioned, just you stun him right off the horse, and then yeah, he's got a little bit of damage after that, but what's he going to do? Just have to run away, lose his farm again after that?
Oh yeah, I mean, he just gets stunned and then he gets ulted by Naja. His beads are going to be gone on cooldown. Whenever he gets bubble, same thing. I mean, look, Kepri's good at pulling bubbles too. He's got 2 forms to pull those bubbles.
That is true. That is true.
I mean,
You're
yeah,
locked
but
in, man.
instead, Frost Pups decided to go Athena. Athena, you know, you don't really see Athena too much, but like, you know, very aggressive support, but has very terrible peel, right? Though plus side in this, they have a Yu Hong. Yu Hong, you know, he can kind of just peel for himself. He can go up in the air and say no more damage onto me for you. Then he also has his ult to push people away. He's got 2 forms of CC immunity, so you know, and a root. So Guan Yu, or my bad, not Guan Yu. Yu Hong, very safe. So maybe they're thinking, let's get a little bit more of aggression out of our support and something that will really set up for our team.
The amount of survivability I'm seeing from the Mighty Horns with this Chiron, though, man, I don't know. I think you're just giving Najah a ticket just to go and do what he wants, and Capri just bring him back if something goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean, and we do see Chiron getting last picked there. Chiron, you don't really see him all too often. You know, ability-based hunters aren't really the meta. They haven't been for, you know, quite a while. You do see them getting played occasionally from time to time. A couple of SPL games where they pop off and go crazy. But for the most part, you're still sticking to those auto attack hunters. So, you know, you kind of wondered, is this Chiron going to go mid, right? Now they have a little bit of flex potential here. So how are the Frost Pups going to respond with those bans? They're going to say, hey, that could call in. That was a problem last game. We're banning that away. And then Cupid getting banned on the side of the Mighty Horns. So, Frost Pups, what do you want to see out of their, what is it? It's going to be solo laner and ADC.
Be honest with the Guan or the Ku ban. I think we try to run back the Guan Yu. We're seeing a CERN ban too. So as far as hunters, I mean, there's a lot of options open, but you're gonna need something that can try to survive that Chiron poke because he just pokes you down and then goes all in for it, man.
I mean, yeah, Chiron, if they're very skilled, Chiron can be a very big nuisance in that duo lane. Is more of a, I would say, medium skill level type of god. Has a lot of skill shots based on his ult, but when he gets online and if you hit those abilities, he smacks very hard. We see, look at this. I'm liking this. Take away those pressure solo laners the Frost Pups did. They took away Cucullin. They took away Lancelot. I think right now the Frost Pups are kind of going, look, I don't think the solo laner or the Mighty Horns can play Guan Yu because he would have picked it by now. So we're gonna ban away pressure and we're just gonna grab Guan Yu here on the loop back around.
It does appear that way. Really surprising that we have not seen the Guan ban from the Mighty Horns either. If they can't play it, maybe they're just not scared of Kiss running it back right now.
I mean, would you be scared of it after that game 1 performance that he had on it? I mean, it was looking a bit rough, man. Like, right? I mean, if that's me and I'm on the other team, I'm like, hey, let's give him the Guan.
Yep, and that's like I was saying with the amount of I can't get over the survivability on the Mighty Horns right now. Just locking in the Poseidon. I mean, he's speedy. That's still somewhat a good getaway, but I think Athena and Lance can sit a bit easier on the Poseidon minus the 3 for the Lance.
Yeah, I mean, Athena can have some fun into this Poseidon. Poseidon a little questionable. Again, Guan Yu's open. Guan Yu can kind of run up Poseidon pretty easily. So I mean, we'll see what they decide to go here in the solo lane. I mean, Poseidon also not really a big meta pick, but that does lock the Chiron into the duo lane. We said he did have some flex potential in mid lane. I honestly probably would have liked him better in mid. Does really good in the Yu Hong. Yu Hong can 3 away, but then he's just gonna land right into a couple of Chiron ults and just get smacked for a lot of his HP. But you know, they decided to send that over into the duo lane. Not the best early game pressure, but once he gets into the mid game, can instantly clear that wave and kind of just run down the other ADCs if they're not too careful.
Yeah. I'm really looking to see what solo and ADC we do go here because I'm quite curious. Looking like the Hachiman hover.
We're talking about the horses.
You
We were talking about those horses, and the Hachiman gets hovered and locked in. Hachiman, again, another one of those hunters you don't see getting played a lot. Not really that meta right now. His abilities is one basically kind of useless. You know, a little bit of good damage with his other 2 abilities comboed together. His ultimate very impactful in team fights though. That's slow. People always think about 5-man hitting ults damage. That slow is what's impactful. And then Mulan coming out of the solo lane there to finish off for the Frost Buffs. You know, Mulan, again, another one of those gods where
Say my name
if you let her get through her horrendous early game, she's going to have some amazing mid game to late game scaling. Hercules coming in on the other side, and Hercules is kind of the counter to the Mulan. Amazing early to mid game, and then just kind of falls off going into the later stages.
Still a huge setup by the Herc though in these late game fights, I feel, for this Poseidon or Najah possibly. Just a pull back into a Kraken. After the Kraken, just knock him back to your Najah. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie.
yeah.
This time I'm looking. I think I gotta give the comp to the Mighty Horns this time.
I mean, the Mighty Horns, they have that Naja, very safe pick again. They have another mid laner who has a very easy ultimate. You just press 4 inside of your 3, and someone dies if they don't got Aegis, right? So, the Mighty Horns kind of have that more simplistic comp. All right, Kepri plucks somebody, or Naja Sasha somebody. We kill them, right? That was kind of what they're doing game 1, and this is kind of what they're aiming to do here again in game 2. Whereas the Frost Pups, again, they're looking to have this heavy dive front line. Lancelot again, Mulan again, another insanely high diving one. But now they're adding the Athena to the mix, right? And then on the back end, I like this, right? Like we're saying, we want some safe gods if you're not going to have any peel, right? Safe gods. They have two of the safest gods in the game. Hachiman has his ult to get away, has his dash to get away. Yu Hong, same thing, has his 3 to just immune all damage for 3 to 4 seconds, and then can ult to push people away. So this backline will be able to peel for each other pretty nicely. But again, I think it's going to come down to, can the Frost Pups dive, kill the Mighty Horns quick enough?
I don't see it, man. I keep looking at the Mighty Horns, and I think even if they start to get low where the Frost Pups can try to go back in or something, I think with the Kepri Chiron, man, they're not gonna go down. Not at least without a very strong fight.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see here, right? I mean, we're about to get into game number 2 here between the Mighty Horns and the Frost Pups, but I mean, Hercules. A lot of people fear the Hercules, right? I mean, his early game, he's one of the biggest bullies, but once you get to late game and this anti-heal comes online, an Athena taunt straight into a Yu Huang combo and a Hachiman is sitting there on you. I feel like this Hercules is gonna have a very rough time late game. Cucullin was having a very nice time as here we are going into game number 2. But yeah, like I was saying, Cucullin last game having a very nice, easy time. Good blink ult engagements, transformations into another root combo ult. It's going to be a lot more difficult for this Hercules to kind of easily get that combo off. It's not an easy combo to hit. The knock up into the dash. It's not an easy combo if you're good at juking.
Yeah, that is true. You just missed the 2 on Herc. I mean, you got the 1. It still does a massive amount of damage, but definitely agree with you on it. It's kind of hard to hit the combo.
Yep, as we do see, he actually went for his Earthbreaker, which I think is his knockup. I don't know if that's the play.
It's a knockup.
Isn't the one the shoulder bar? I guess the shoulder bar just does do less damage, but I mean, oh my goodness, he doesn't even hit the whole wave. All right, that's very interesting for Monday Night Chris there. The man who dominated last game with the questionable calls early, and as you see this Mulan pressure, right? Though trading into a Hercules in the middle of the wave, I don't think it's good. As you saw,
No way.
this is already a fist fight as we see Monday Night Chris's jungler coming over on this Naja Cusco, looking for the pressure, gets the double dash on him, but that's about it. And now we're gonna play the dance around the totem.
It looks like we're just trying to make sure one of the... Oh, Cusco with the knock.
I mean, he was level 2. That he could have just knocked him underneath his tower, but still only level 1 because the jungler came over instead of letting him hit those last couple minions. Still level 1. He's been level 1 for over a minute now. Come on, man, hit a minion. But that's kind of the pressure, though. That's kind of the pressure that this Cusco and Ionicus bring to each other. I would like to see this Naja, instead of coming over here, just go into mid lane. Maybe look to try to grab the beads out of Yu Hong, who won't go as 3 until he hits level 3. Maybe try to make one of those cheeky type of ganks, but instead, just trying to help out a solo laner in the solo. Mid lane builds. I mean, Poseidon, what you think that's gonna be a Karen's coin or a Doom Orb?
I think it's going to be the orb. I think he's going to look to try and get a bit more active with Azure and push the early lanes ahead, much like last game.
Oh yeah, and once he gets those Doom Orbs and Karen's coin online, we'll be zooming around. A lot of farm gonna be able to come his way as Cusco is just kind of staring in the face of Naja. We didn't really brush on this though, but I mean, talking about a good counter to Yu Hong, Poseidon is that. Poseidon throws that 3 down, and now this Yu Hong can't go up into the air. He's forced to either beads or ultimate just to go up into the air and get away from this Poseidon.
That was a good return poke there from Indiho, but it looks like it doesn't do much to Azure, who just heals up off the 2.
Starter relics coming through here on the both sides. We do see Shell going by the way as Monday Night Chris picks up the kill. That's that early pressure I was talking about. Soloing Ionicus. Monday Night Chris is having a field day today. He has popped off game number 1 and now he's popping off game number 2. Kid Slim getting poked very low and now Purple Buff getting invaded. Frost Pups, they're starting to see revenants of last game as you know this early game is just going heavily to the side of the Mighty Horns.
I also want to say it's not Monday night, right? Like it is Friday, because it is pretty absurd how much Chris
Oh,
has
that was
been
a
done.
terrible joke. I respect him, but God, that was. As Kid Slim did DC there, so we are, gonna kind of cut over here and wait for him to come back. It was looking like he was lagging a little bit there, but I mean, again, like Ionicus knows, right? Like I know Ionicus. He knows you're Mulan. You have no good early game pressure. Why are you trying to box and fight into a Hercules?
You gotta get those abilities leveled up when you play Mulan, man. Not much of a soul laner, but Mulan is one of the gods I enjoy. You gotta put the work in for that ability upgrades.
Yeah, you upgrade the abilities. I mean, that is not even that. I mean, you just gotta get to the mid game. I mean, who's gonna beat up on a Hercules in the early game? Hercules with that heal, and then once he hits level 5, he can literally knock you up, beat you into a wall, and then ult you, and you will lose half your HP. I will guarantee you will lose more than half your HP off of a soul laner combo like that, right? I mean, so why are you fighting into that? Just farm to the mid game. The problem is now is if this Hercules gets big as the Cucullin did, have fun trying to kill that.
It's just unkillable, man. Raid boss life.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Hercules is one of the few gods that when he gets ahead, it's kind of a downhill battle now there. You're just kind of praying that he makes multiple mistakes. But I mean, on the duo side of the map, we're seeing that pressure coming in from this Chiron. You normally don't see it till he gets to that mid game, but somehow, some way, they get in that early game pressure and actually are able to invade that second purple. I mean, what do you do as a jungler here, right? Cusco, his solo laner dies. His duo lane's getting invaded. Like, what do you do as a jungler? Do you just pick one side and say, all right, other side, sorry? Or do you think he, kind of hovers through whatever lane that this Naja isn't going to be in?
I think with the performances from last game, you gotta kind of let Ionicus try to do his own thing and hold his own over there. Playing Mulan, he can try to ult away if he needs to, but I think we gotta try to get this Hachi and mid up. So I think we need to try to control the left side of the jungle.
Yes, I will say I do feel like the Frost Pups are playing very reactive a lot instead of playing proactive like their team comps really are. Their team comps are very heavily proactive. They want to fight. They want to use their impactful ults, but instead it almost feels like the Mighty Horns are doing something, and then the Frost Pups are like, oh yeah, that just happened to us. Like, oh yeah, my soul laner just got soloed, and now they're invading our blue buff. Okay, I mean, at what point are they gonna be like, all right, we're gonna put our foot on the gas pedal and we're gonna start, coordinating and really just running at their. I mean, honestly, just start running at this Poseidon.
Hopefully we can get it going soon, Hunter, because it's not looking so. It's not looking too pretty right now so far for the Frost Pups.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see a competitive game here, right? I don't want to see what kind of happened game 1. It kind of got a little bit out of hand there. They made those couple good plays, but I want to see a nail biter here. Let's get going a little bit here, Frost Pups. But Kid Slim just came back. His toaster oven bricked, but he got it back up and running. We're about to go back into game number 2 here in a couple seconds once they are unpaused. So Mr. Uchi,
Yes, sir.
out of these two teams, do you think that the Frost Pups have a chance to win this one, or do you think the Mighty Horns are just going to kind of run away with it, get this nice easy 2-0 victory?
I think they have a chance. I never count any team out from my past experiences, but I don't know, man. The Mighty Horns just seem to be fully in sync, moving as a unit right now, and it looks like we're still just trying to figure things out over here on the Frost Pups.
Yeah, I mean, Frost Pups, they're kind of a little uncoordinated, but I feel like if they just get 1 or 2 good team fights, this can easily turn around. They have the gods where if ahead, they will hyper carry these games. We do see the Poseidon a little bit low in the mid lane, forced it back. Indio a level down already, a tough sign to see there. Even Support also a level down. ADC a level down too. Though evenly matching it up now. Dash in coming through by the Chiron. Turn on him. Do some damage to him, man. He's by himself. But no,
I'd like to say-
A Fugel and Kid Slim just kind of running away.
I would like to say real quick, we do see that T2 Doom Orb coming out the sign like we had talked about. So looking for some early rotations here, it's looking like.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's gonna get this Doom Orb online, maybe even a Karen's coin. I like that, Kid Slim. Steal that buff. Nice job, Kid Slim. And now in comes Cusco. They're setting their sights onto this Khepri. Khepri dashing that way. Ult coming out of Cusco. Root coming through. That's a dead Khepri. There's no way he's getting out, right? I swear if he gets out, I'm gonna be, oh my goodness, I'm mad now. And now on the backside, Poseidon coming in. A big Kraken's gonna come through. And there it is. Big Kraken beats coming out. And a down falls Kid Slim. Cusco hops on the horse and he is gone. Indio a little late on the rotation, just trying to peel for his team. I mean, I was like, this is it. This is where the Frost Pups get some W's, but no, they died.
That just, I think, comes back off the Doom Orb, man. Like we said, when they saw that, they should know that should be about the plan that this Rodrigo's looking for here.
I mean, they
don't
should have killed the Khepri though, man. I mean,
That's true. It looked like the hot shields were a little bit off there. It looks like Azure's going after this purple again as well.
and he got it.
Yep.
Oh, geez, this is difficult for this duo lane, right? Though he is dashing in, he's not fearful. I mean, he'll level down, but he does not care. On the solo side, again, I don't know if Monday Night Chris knows this, but you don't have to go Brawler's Beat Stick first on every single god. You know, I get it. Mulan has some healing, but come on, man. You don't need to go Brawler's Beat Stick on every single god, every single game. But I mean, hey, it's working, so I can't really argue with him.
It's true. I do think it's a bit weird going into that, but you know, Ionicus is going the Soul Eater here, so I mean, it has some uses. Just still confused why that anti-heal.
I mean, yeah, you honestly, you just go Taint the Steel. I mean, you would have liked to have maybe seen Taint the Steel out of Ionicus as this Hercules. Oh my goodness, Cusco, come on, buddy. Ult coming out of Cusco. Honestly, I think that Naja is going to be able to crank this ult. Yeah. Oh, a big stun coming through. Cusco's got to fall here. No mana, no HP. Off the horse again, but a big taunt out of this. Athena ult coming out just to peel. Cusco did fall to the Poseidon again. Overextended was Cusco, just like the first game falling, and now Ionicus in a terrible spot. You don't want to be in. Oh my goodness, I'm pretty sure Hercules just kind of helped him there, but he's still going to fall. There's no way he survives. Ult coming out. Monday Night Chris picking up the kill again. Cusco just solo invading a blue buff and then getting picked.
It doesn't look like Ionicus had any knowledge either. He was over there trying to clear the wave until Cusco got surrounded.
Yeah, that might have been like a communication error there, a little bit there. But on the other side, Frostpups doing the right thing. They saw 4 on the right side of the map. Let's invade this purple buff, take away, start bleeding away some of Bracking's farm. And now Fulligan, who was down a level at one point, is now back to even.
I would like to say, though, with Fogel, it looks like he's backing now, but the Chiron did back with full Transcendence already. So he's going to be ahead in stacks, and I feel that's really going to help him control the pace of his lane even more.
Yeah, I mean, the stacks do matter a little bit. I mean, but again, that's Devo stacking, right? So once he gets that stacking on, he's going to have a lot of sustain in this laning phase. If they evenly trade out and poke, as good as Transcendence is, it doesn't matter when you have all that sustain on the wave. My goodness, there's that knock up 1 combo there, and there goes half of Ionicus's HP. I mean, this is the problem with going Soul Eater instead of Hercules, though. That damage is insane when the combo hits.
Oh, dude, that was half his health bar. Chris trying to grab another one. Looks like Fogel over here fighting for the purple. Loses it to Bracking again.
I swear, Fogel's had more of the enemy team's purple buffs than his own. I mean, he hasn't gotten his own purple since the first one. He stole the enemy purple, but not his own. As we do see a Chiron trying to solo Fugel, and that too is going to clean him up. Though Bracking should fall on this back end here. Khepri ult coming out. Oh, I think he's making a little bit. I thought he was going to make a hero play. I thought he was going to die to the tower, and the ult was going to send him across the map like it was Niflheim of Heimdall. But instead, the ult just expired, and he died. Monday Night Chris in the solo lane, kind of setting his bully thing, and Blink coming in, ult coming through. There's the combo I was talking about. Dead Ionicus falls again. Monday Night Chris is saying, this is my lane, get out of here.
Ionicus is just not having a set, man. Chris is just keeping him so subdued.
Yeah, I mean, Monday Night Chris, I mean, is this his first season?
I don't know.
I think this is his first season, honestly, and he's popping off right now. I mean, I don't know what round he got drafted in. I'll have to go back and look, but my goodness, this man Onyx has won the championship 2 times in Amos. He's no solo laner to kind of joke with, and he's just making him look like he's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I played with because he's not a slouch and he puts in the work, man. But just seeing him, he 0-3 now on the Mulan, which is one of the comfy picks.
Yeah,
So
I mean that's one of his favorites, and even on one of his favorites, gods, he's just kind of getting bullied. And now this 2-level lead, Bracken got the pick on the Fugle, so a big lead coming out of here. And again, this is starting to shape out like last game, man. Like you would think Frostpups got that nice pressure that they can develop and build on if they just get out of the early game, but the Mighty Horns are just kind of taking it to them, right?
Yeah,
The Mighty Horns are picking these early pressure gods and just running at them.
and we also got it to where the only one really keeping up right now is IndieHo, focusing on getting those stacks done. I think so he can be a bit more impactful.
Yeah, I mean, game number 1, I mean, his stacking was kind of on the lackluster side. The Baba Yaga finished 2 items before he even finished his own Warlock staff in terms of stacking. Though that's the combo we like to see. Look at that damage coming out. In comes a big ult by Khepri. That was such a good ult by Hercules, saving Naja. Naja ulting away Poseidon, just ulting the peel. 3 ultimates used for the Mighty Horns just to keep this Naja alive, but a great ult out of Hercules there.
I do think Azure underestimated that damage coming back around because it looked like he was fine with walking through it. Cusco getting chased down though.
Yeah, I mean, Cusco should be pretty safe here. I mean, unless he really trolls, no ultimates are up. Cusco, though, setting his sights onto this mid laner. The combo coming through from the Yuhong. Ult coming out from Athena just for the CC, or just for the damage mitigations. Hercules throwing the boulder over the wall. This isn't the World Series. What are you doing, man? But, I mean, Cusco, again, no mana, out of position. Oh, Indio, that's a support play right there. Jumping in front of the sash for his jungler. Kid Slim, a little bit out of position. But Monday Night Chris blinking in on this mid laner, knocking him up, pushing him back. Big root 1 combo, but no one else there to follow up. Only Kid Slim, and I'm sorry, but Athena is not going to do any damage.
And I do believe that's going to be a goal with Bracken being over there. Possibly. Nope,
I mean, maybe. Who knows? I mean, Hercules is half HP, right? And I mean, this Hachiman is still there. Has his ults up. I mean, he can honestly do a big amount of damage and make it so this support can't really sit there and tank.
That is true. It does look like they're going to elect for just oracles. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good, man. I mean, but yeah, I mean, they decided to back off. It's still a W for the Mighty Horns. I mean, just when you think the Frostpups get a big W, get 3 ultimates out, and now Monday Night Chris rotates, though Ionicus catching back up, man. And now look at that damage, right? Here comes that damage out of this Mulan. It's gonna start to hurt sooner or later. Doesn't have a lot of prots, only has 1 item finished. Monday Night Chris does have 2, right? So, this is where Ionicus kind of... Oh, no. What is... Oh, Ionicus, turn around, man. It's like the Jaws movie. Dun, dun, dun. Force the alt sash coming through, though. Oh, Naja didn't alt knock up through the wall. A little bit off the mark. Hachiman on the other side of the map, hitting a big slow there, but the one not enough range. Cusco couldn't clean up the kill. And a Kraken! He said, hello, eat this. Eat this, Cusco. And now Fulligan on the run, completely scared. Here's the Chiron dashing in, but another big Khepri ult that is going to save the Chiron. Smart of the Chiron, just kind of run it full again, force him to kill him. Athena trying his best to peel. The shell coming out. Indio, even a big rotation from the mid lane, picking up the kill. Beads coming out of Poseidon. All from the Yuhong, a little bit off the mark. Poseidon should die here. No ADC, what are you doing? Please don't step in. And Indio picks up the kill. That's what I like to see, baby. Frostpups win that one. 2 kills to 1.
And Indio finally going off that rotation, man. I was talking about it earlier. Him sitting there trying to get some stacks done. Was able to rotate right there with Rodrigo that time. Rodrigo grabs Cusco, but he's able to secure 2 kills off that rotation.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the Frostpups should be doing. And look, there you go. I like this Cusco. Run at him now, man. You're a level down, but you do some Damahe. I mean, and Indio's right there. I mean, if I'm Kid Slim, get in there, man. Just taunt this Naja, and let's kill this guy. Though a little hesitant is Kid Slim, kind of waiting for the right mark. Doesn't really find anything, but I mean, This red team, though, I mean, they have a lot. They have a decent amount more wardage around these objectives, right? They got the wards on the Gold Fury. Frost Pups have no wardage on the map, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult. A big combo coming in through Naja, trading out ults, but Kuz Code with the horse cleans it up. Poseidon's ult badly off the mark, only hitting the outside there damage-wise. But I mean, what was going on there? I thought Naja was just gonna walk away and go back to farming. Why did he stay and die?
I don't know, but that was a pretty solid play there by Cusco, seeing what he could get done and capitalizing on it there.
What do you think this Lancelot's going second item? There's no way that's gonna be a second item Heartseeker, right? That's got to be troll.
I think it's going to be a trans.
Second item trans, that's tough. Big damage coming out of the Chiron, though he already used this too. But just out of fear, wanting to keep his ADC alive, Kid Slim ults over, big impactful global ult down, and now this ADC is gonna have to back. I mean, honestly, they could maybe set their sights on looking for a Gold Fury fight. Again, Cusco in a bad spot, far back into the deep enemy lines, but luckily the junglers on the other side of the map doesn't have to worry about too much.
Now, the thing that I am curious about here, Hunter, and I'd like your opinion too. I just noticed when we were discussing Cusco's build, it looks like he elected to go for this Brawlers over the Jotuns. Oh, it was a Heartseeker as well, surprising. But I was curious. With the anti-heal still, I think you could have waited till the slot he's in now to pick that up instead of just grabbing the Jotuns for that cooldown. Try to get some things off with your ult maybe or something throughout the map.
Yeah, I mean, Brawler's Beat Stick, not a bad first item, right? You know, it gives you anti-heal. They have 2 gods that are going to be healing quite a lot. Honestly, 3. I mean, Chiron does have healing in his kit, but I mean, this Hercules is going to be healing like a menace. Naja even has healing. People don't understand that. That Naja healing is pretty big as we try to see Monday Night Chris blink onto the jungler. 2 levels up, but nothing. But look, they're pulling this Pyromancer now. This should be pretty free. No one's really going to show up. Cusco on the left side of the map. Pyromancer about a third of the HP away. Monday Night Chris zoning Ionicus. This should be a free Pyro. No ultimates being used to secure that. I mean, that's just a big dub for the Mighty Horns.
I would like to point out too, Ionicus is caught back up in level and does have his Glad Shield now, so hopefully he can start making some plays himself here.
What is his build though? Like Monday Night Chris is just copy pasting every build. He goes Brawler Beat Stick first, he goes Breastplate second, and he goes dang Hide of the Urchin. That's a horrendous item. As Khepri is in a terrible spot, but the Chiron one giving him the CC immunity is enough. Cusco, I don't like that, man. Like you're not gonna do a lot of damage to Hercules right now, right? You will only have Heartseeker and Brawler's Beat Stick. He's got 2 items online that are very tanky towards physical gods. Hercules teleporting over to the duo side of the map. They're looking for this Gold Fury now. Ionicus did rotate over. So I mean, it's gonna be a 5v5 fight. I'm favoring the Mighty Horns here, but you know who knows in this fight. We'll see.
It does look like they still have some vision up there. Only 1 ward I see myself. Nope, we got 2. I see him now.
Getting pulled by the Mighty Horns. That shred is gonna be fast. Ionicus ulting into a Poseidon ult. That did an insane amount of damage to him. Ionicus on an island by himself, gonna get picked, falls. Meanwhile, Monday Night Chris on the backside of the map is basically 1v4ing it and still doesn't die.
Yeah, I mean, that was just Ionicus was like, I gotta take a chance here, you know. I think being down in the gold, but ended up not paying off too well there.
Yeah, he took an attempt and it kind of backfired. I mean, dude, this is what happened game number 1. I mean, the Mighty Horns got big leads in the jungle and they got a big lead in Soul Lane. This game, not as much in the jungle, but I mean, Soul Lane again, another massive lead. I mean, and they're grouping. They're going to invade. They're going to take all this farm. This is going to hurt. It's going to hurt very bad, right? Lancelot, again, doesn't have any cooldown. Has a Heartseeker second, which again, one of the most expensive items in the game for a jungler. Not a good item to go second. You don't even have the full 6% capped on it because again, you don't have enough physical power. So instead of there, I would have liked to see the Jotuns. Let him spam some abilities more, get his ultimate up a lot quicker, be a lot more safe, not have to burn his beads as much.
Plus the other thing, something I've come to realize since joining Comp Smite, Heartseeker going early, it may be a lot of power, but people don't have the health for it to really scale off of early game, you know?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, most HP item, most of your HP is gonna, finish into the mid to later game. That's a good ult by Kid Slim, waiting for the dash in by this Chiron. No beads going his way. Taunt coming through. Kid Slim picking up the kill. I'm pretty sure he killed him with the Pridwin there.
I just want to say, this is my first time really seeing Kid Slim play here as well, and I gotta say, man, he's going pretty hard in these support roles here. I
I
think
think
this
kids.
is the
I think because like, yeah, kids has been here for quite a while. He was in the minors. Ult coming through from the Poseidon, but not enough. Still falls to Cusco. A big. Oh my, that's what I'm talking about. Big sash, and you're dead. The tower, we're gonna credit the tower with that kill, but of course, just because he did a little bit of damage, they give the kill over to the way of Najah. But the tower, literally doing probably 3/4 of that man's HP.
It looks like we're gonna get two T1s off that as well, Hunter. It looks like they got left as well.
Yeah, it's a good it's a decent trade off, right? But I mean, they're still 4K down, and now look, Monday Night Chris being a nuisance over in this dual lane. He doesn't even need solo lane farm. That's how far ahead he is. Just kind of running down Indio here. I mean, ult coming through, 1-2 combo, knock up a little off the mark. That would have killed him. Najal running blink coming through. Oh my goodness, sash a little bit off the mark, but Hercules is gonna clean him up. There's no way he survives. Indio is dead. Had his 3 up, but for some reason decided not to use it. And the Frost Pups got a little overzealous, man. They got those 2 towers, like they said. They got a pick. They thought, oh, this red buff is free, and they paid the price.
I gotta give hats off to Monday Night Chris, man. This is the second game we've seen this man just come in and he wants to run everything. I mean, he's sitting here just keeping the Athena. They're getting red. He's just everywhere at any time, man.
Yeah, Monday Night Chris is kind of putting on the show this one. I mean, new to the league, but a dominant force. Ionic is forced to ult away just to stay alive. Trebuchet destroying this mid tower. So those towers that you were talking about, they got 2 tier 1s, but now look, Mighty Horns get them right back. Chiron should be able to take this duo 1, though. He might opt to just take that back and then maybe go over to the Fire Giant. But, I mean, Minion Wave might do it itself, honestly.
Maybe. Looks like Kuz definitely gets the back off. Chris ain't happy. It looks like minions are under his tower.
Yeah, Monday Night Chris, 2 levels up. But again, look, Hide of the Urchin. What is that? What is that? That's a terrible item. He's only got 2 stacks. As dominant as he's been, he has 2 stacks on the item. What is the point of that item? Please tell me.
The only thing that comes to mind when I see that item, man, is he just wants that shield based off his health. He is going somewhat of a health build, I feel, other than the brawlers, which is still questionable to me.
Yeah, I mean, shield of regrowth, pretty common item on Hercules, right? Pop the 3, and then you just run somebody down, right? I mean, Hide of the Urchin, though, I feel like if you want mitigations, you go a better item. As the Pyromancer gets completed by the red team, though blue team almost able to steal out of the way. Ionicus again losing his life over an objective that he's just barely unable to secure. And now look at Monday Night Chris just running down Indio. Chiron all coming through, but not even close to the mark. And, honestly, I think the Mighty Horns should just kind of group here and maybe just pull Fire Giant. I really don't see how the Frost Pups can stop him. As we see a big ult coming out of Najah there, knocking up Cusco. He should fall. Aegis coming through. Ult coming through from both the mid and the jungle. Not enough, though. Bracking picks up the kill on the Kid Slim, doing everything he can just to keep his front line alive. Indio forced the 3 away, still losing half of his HP. Frost Pups, they're in a tight spot right now.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to bring back memories from game 1, man, but not to the same degree. I think the Frost Pups still have a chance in this one. They need to try to get these levels in this farm.
Yeah, I mean, instead of fighting, yeah, I mean, instead of fighting, they should definitely look to just keep farming. But I mean, every chance they get, they're taking a fight. As look, they're just trying their best to kill Monday Night Chris. It was a 3v1. He still only lost half his HP. Like, he's not going to die anytime soon, right? You guys have the anti-heal. He's still too tanky for you guys to do anything. They just got Primal Fury. It's going to make doing this Fire Giant a lot easier. And now, here they go. They're starting to rotate over, though. They do not have the Chiron, so I question if they're going to be able to pull it. Though, instead, they're just going to take this Greater Scorpion.
It does look awesome. I'm seeing the Hachi start to build one of the Shuriken. I'm actually wondering if he's going to go the Shadow Steel here.
He's going to go to probably the anti-crit. That's actually been kind of meta a little bit. I've been seeing it quite a lot as a lot of these healers are coming through. So just any form of anti-heal that we can get. I mean, and it's not a bad item, pretty relatively cheap and, a decent item on ADCs. Though I still don't know if it's going to be enough, man. Like, again, like I was saying, there's going to be a lot of dive coming out of this Athena. It really sucks when Athena has to be a backline support. So it's like, who's going to be able to lock down those Hercules so you can do enough burst damage to kill him? The ADC did back, and now they are setting their sights onto this Fire Giant. Though, blue team does have it warded, so they should see this coming. Will they defend it, or will they just choose the farm?
I think if you're at this point, man, you know, you still got your T2s up. You're down a lot of gold. Looking at items, it looks like some people have already upgraded relics. They're starting to get theirs up. You're losing ward control. I think you just give up this fire, try to grab the left tower, grab the farm you can, and try to get back in it.
I mean, and they're listening to you. It's almost like they're tuned into the stream. They are deciding just to split push this duo-side. Very smart, right? Get some gold, get some XP, try to take as many towers as we can. Just make this gold lead anything more manageable. As the teleport is coming in to the duo side of the map. Look, maybe they have a chance here to kill this Hercules. It is a 4v1 ult coming through. Not going to do a whole lot of damage. Athena ult going to slap it down, but not needed as Indio picks up the kill on Monday Night Chris. So they get Fire Giant, but then Monday Night Chris just throws it away.
It looks like we're going to initiate with the Chiron ult here rather than the secure as well as the rest.
Oh, and a big Kraken coming through, but Code with the ultimate. Just enough shield to keep him alive. I mean, just when the Frost Pups are in a 5v3, not even a 5v4, 5v3, they're the ones running away.
It's crazy too because we see Azure over there just pushing right lane all by himself.
Yeah, he's a split pushing that Soul side down. I mean, honestly, he will take this Phoenix if they do not kind of get over there to press. Ionic is teleporting over there, so they will have some defense coming through. But again, I don't really know what they're afraid of in that duo side. It was a 5v3. Just turn and kill them. All their ultimates are down. What are you afraid of? But instead, they're playing it more passive. They don't really want to get picked on the back end. But Cusco said, I'm tired of being passive. I'm going to dash in. But then it quickly decides, actually, never mind. I'm running away.
I do see Cusco going the Erendite, I'm assuming here. So, well, yeah, obviously.
Oh yeah, I was about to say he can't go anything else. That's it has to be Erendite.
I'm happy to see the man finally getting some cooldown online here.
Red team a little bit out of position. Fight breaking out around the red buff. Cusco taking a lot of damage. That's tough. Falling to Naja. Those crits were insane coming through out of him. Blink coming through, big ult. Beads coming through for Fulligan, very good. But the Kraken deletion, goodbye. That's what I was saying. Nice, easy combos coming by the way of this Mighty Horns team. And again, look, like just when you think the Frost Pups are going to come back in it, same thing as game one, the Mighty Horns just come back and go, okay, nope, you're dead and you're dead.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to get farm like we had talked about, but after we saw that many members with them still having fire here for a little bit longer, I think the call is just retreat, man.
Yeah, I mean, like again, I still think you have to play very defensive, right? Just kind of farm what you can, try to get to level 20. I mean, all of them level 18. That's at 26 minutes, not a single player on your team level 20. That's tough. I mean, that's just farming 101, man, right? Like, stop fighting. Like I understand they think they have some good opportunities here, but I mean, until you really get the full build, you're gonna lose every single engagement. This Naja already full build. You still haven't gotten your starter upgraded on Lancelot, right? There's no way you're gonna win that 1v1 exchange. Yet they still try to attempt to take that fight.
Yeah, I mean, we see here, not only does Azure have his starter upgrade over Cusco, but he also has a full Bloodforge now.
Yep, full Bloodforge coming away of this jungler. Again, Hercules might be a little bit out of position. Ult's coming through. Big ult out of the mid laner. And then Cusco ulting just to kind of secure it because he was scared, but wasn't needed. Oh my goodness. Lazy backing almost was the end of him. As they are setting their sights on a normal Gold Fury. Kid Slim just gives us up. Please don't die for this Gold Fury.
You know, he was able to steal that purple at around like 5 minutes. Maybe he thought he could get in there, get that with the gold.
Yeah, you know, 5 minutes a little bit less of a risk, though, if you die. If you die there, they might be able to run down some Phoenixes. Not really worth it, in my personal opinion, especially over just a normal gold. Because, again, like I said, once this hits like the 35, 36, 37-minute mark, it don't matter how much gold you have. I mean, yeah, you might have like a 3K pot over them, but, I mean, everyone's full build, so everyone's still going to do their damage. Naja, they were looking to take advantage of there, but just you know, quietly sneaks into the jungle and gets away.
I would like to say, everybody that's here, it looks like on the side of the horns, we only have 2 sentries, but we got 3 on the Frost Pup. So hopefully we can get the setup for fire here.
Yeah, I mean, no Phoenix is down. I mean, the Frost Pups, again, like I said, just keep farming, wait for this next Fire Giant. And honestly, you might be able to make a defense this time. Cusco, though, getting a little aggressive onto this jungler. Almost one-shots him by himself. Forced the ult out as his Naja. And that's the Lancelot damage that I was talking about. Get to late game, man. Get your damage items online. You will one-shot people. And I think he's starting to understand that now. Like, hey, man, I'm not even full build yet. I almost killed the jungler who is.
Looks like Chris coming in trying to torment this line again, man. He just is
This is a bully,
relentless
man.
with this.
This is like a high school bully as he knocks up Cusco and knocks him towards the team. Kraken coming through, his ult coming through, 2 ults down for the price of an Aegis. I mean, if I'm Cusco, I'm calling that a dub. Fire Giant about to spawn, though. Cusco needs to back and quickly get back over. He's going to gallop on over with that horse. Should be pretty nice and easy for them. They do need to back up here, though. Their mid laner was doing his red buff. Kid Slim taking a lot of pokes. Sash coming through. Ult's probably going to come through here in a second, but no, Najah does not get it through. I think that was Beads coming out of Kid Slim, and now he's going to have to back. Luckily, he does have his ultimate, so a defense is possible. Mighty Horns, though, instantly deceiving through their teeth, hop on the Fire Giant. They're looking for it. Monday Night Chris zoning Cusco away.
Be honest with you, man. If I'm the Mighty Horns, I think I just wait the extra 40 seconds still. Try to get a pick like we just got, and then
Full again, almost stole that. Dashing in, falling wayside. Ult coming through by the Athena, but not enough to peel for Ionic because he's fall. Good blink in onto Indio. Goes right back to the team. Hello. Doesn't matter if you go up in the air if you're next to everybody. Blink coming through from this Naja. Ult coming through on a bracking, but not cleaning up. Naja finishing the kill. Knockback on the Cusco. Beats coming out. He falls, and that should be game number 2. Going the way of the Mighty Horns. A nice 2-0 victory, just like game number 1. They wipe everyone, and only the support is left alive.
that was insane. Just team fight there. You know, the Frost Pups tried to defend, and it just didn't end up going in their favor. You saw Azure get the pick over there on Fogel, and everything just kind of went down from there, man.
Yeah, they went all in for that Fire Giant. I honestly don't think that was the play. I mean, you try to steal it, right? You try to steal it maybe on the edge of it, but don't dash in. Don't dash in to steal it. Like, you guess what happened? You didn't steal it, and then you lost your life. Even if you stole it, you still lose your life and die, and the game probably ends. But you know, I give big props to the Mighty Horns here, right? Mighty Horns came in and they dominated both games. Easy 2-0 victory. Now this is probably the hardest question I'm gonna ask you all set. Who is this set's MVP?
The set MVP, I gotta give to Monday Night Chris, man. Like, I know Azure did great, but Chris just completely dominated that lane both sets and was just able to run away with the lead to make his team pop off elsewhere.
Yeah, Monday Night Chris was a bully that set. I mean, a Hercules, you don't see Hercules really anymore, right? Hercules kind of wayside. You saw a little bit of a buff to his auto attack speed, but I mean, you almost never see Hercules. This man came in and said, "Yo, this is why I'm about to make Hercules meta." Big damage coming out of him, but again, the jungle. I mean, even though Hercules is doing what he did, again, another massive performance, 6-1-8 this game. I'm pretty sure in both games he died 2 times.
Yeah. Well, actually, game 1, didn't he die? I think once, if I may be wrong.
Yeah, he died one time both games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, big performance out of them. I mean, Frost Pups. I mean, you can look at a little plus side there, right? Frost Pups, they did have some good engagements, right? They had some good defenses, some good team fights, but the problem was they overextended a little too much, right? They would get very happy feet, I'd like to say. They go, "Oh, we got a kill. We got 2 kills. All right, let's do this." And then next thing you know, here comes the Mighty Horns coming right back, team wipe, game over. And that's just kind of what happened both times, right? Both times the Frost Pups got a little overzealous and they paid the price.
Yeah, and I think it should have been more along the lines of what we were saying in the beginning. You know, they had the safety on the back line and not that much peel, man. Like, let them initiate once you guys caught up and just try to play from the back.
All right, and that will be it for us here. That was the Frost Pups versus the Mighty Horns. Mighty Horns taking home a big 2-0 victory. I'm Hunter, and with me is Uchiha. Stay tuned, though, because in the next 20 minutes, we are going to get another live cast going between 2 middle division titans. And stay tuned for that game.
up with a slow motion crew, and we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when